Итак, всех приветствую, прохождение номер 18. Так и не получилось в предыдущих прохождениях вопрос с пищей закрыть для бедняков, потому что то одно тут, то другое, то задание в храме Бероса, короче. Ну давайте священные ступени сначала зайдем. А, стоп, это вот такой тут перешейк. Ну давайте в храм. Там задание с фонарем. Получится ли в этом, пока не буду зарекаться. Квест с пищей. Ну есть еще другие квесты порешаем. Напрасно мы не тратим время, это точно. Как всегда, если вы не успеваете читать, ставьте на паузу. Какие-то моменты я озвучиваю, главную мысль, но чаще всего я не озвучиваю, то есть читаю я довольно быстро, судя по комментариям, то есть поэтому можете в начале, вот только диалог открылся, допустим, сразу на паузу, прочли, я уже дальше проматываю. Но я не проматываю, я читаю просто, то есть я охватываю сразу большие эпизоды текста и сразу прочитываю их. Короче, какие-то... Какой-то чувак, а Дарик, он знал о том, что тут замок мы уничтожили. Ой, я его знаю, оказывается. Я не знаю, что это такое. Другой хранитель. Командует железными цепами. Здесь он обычный паломник.
I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind.
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
You're right, of course, sister. You are a watcher still. Yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see the cure you sought, and which I was weak enough to doubt. See, there. Determinate. So, his appearance has renewed your faith as well. I think for once I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak, I would know if he has a plan for Red Sarah.
Seem to remember he already had one.
Yes, play the jealous child. All you knew of his plan was that you weren't part of it.
Aethys had something he wanted to get done, and he chose Raid Saris to pay the price. Yet here you are, begging for more. Say what you want about Dear Woodens, but at least they got a will of their own.
You're right. That was uncalled for. I apologize. That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled. Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord...
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forget.
Take care. I've never seen it. Take care.
Диалог про завоевание архипелага пропал. Тут столько всяких дир, вот еще что-то. У меня от этих названий уже просто голова пухнет.
I can't believe it. Is that really you? And Adair, you made it out of...
A lot more might have made it out if you hadn't left him for dead.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair. I kept to my word. I started trying to help around town like you told me. When the Hollowborn curse ended, then word came through that the Dawn Stars were coming out here.
Вот я хоть и играл в первую часть, но я не упомню всех.
So now I'm doing what I can.
Разносчик еды подрабатывает здесь, помогает.
But you too, eh? Guess we're all making up for something. Would be nice to get some answers, maybe. Or forgiveness. Forgetting his people. I guess you've changed your mind some since we met. I never got a sign from Aethys to begin with.
Yeah, well, we'll see where you end up in the next life.
А чё он сделал
Good
такого?
luck out there.
Дневник снов.
Hungry? Come on up. Don't be shy.
Maybe an inn next time if you're so...
Blessing of...
Does anyone but the gods know what's going on in Adair's head? I mean... He's a right fine fella. Kind, too. But a little old. I do. I tried not to, but I can't hardly help it. He's just so considerate and nice. If not to me, then everyone else. And he's so
Они
darn
тут у меня
big and
кутят.
strong. I know my pa would have
Понятно,
liked
с
him.
Эдером.
Problem is, I think he doesn't much like me, Watcher. What good's a man who can't admit his failings? You might think me naive, and you might be right, but I've seen both types in a family, and I think there ought to be a little heat between a husband and his wife. I do want to raise a family someday, whether it's with someone else or not. That's assuming we all live long enough. And I'm wrong about the coming darkness. In the meantime, what should I do? You'll help me, Watcher, won't you?
Я не понял, или она не про Эдера, а про какого-то... Короче...
True enough. Even I know you can't catch a stag if you don't hunt. I'll try my gone darnest. I can promise you that. I hope you're right. Tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my head. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a... My folks. You might say they're not your typical Aethasians. But the war, it touched my family. The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes. Of course, there were few and spread out. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death. How everything happens, whether forwards or backwards. That's how I first learned about this. After that, I read the 12 books of Nearwith. Plus the
Короче, очень
expedition
много
for the
религиозных
youngest. No
разговоров.
need to fiddle. Sure thing, what?
May Aethys' light shine upon you.
О,
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots, even if they are dried up and half dead. Sometimes I wonder if my brethren don't think I got black ichor running in my veins. Thanks. That sure doesn't leave me feeling lower than a snake's belly. But let me tell you something. My views, Watcher, my rightness or wrongness is between me and my... The only one who can
Ну да.
weigh my worth is gone.
я подумал, что я что-то...
I'm ready. I've done this before, but never with such a full lantern. You may want to stand back. The experience can be somewhat intense.
Подожди, дай перезагружусь. Что-то я ей ответил про то, что, ну, они боятся как взглядов этих. Она восприняла это в штыки. Вдруг это на что-то повлияет.
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots. Suppose they do. Suppose sometimes people do bad things, but my brethren do more good than bad, and more good than most. Besides, I often don't understand you, Watcher, but I ain't afraid of you. Is it? Sakes alive. You shouldn't be so fine to me, Watcher. Makes me think untoward things. Gives me notions I don't need to be getting.
Подожди, так она недавно только к Эдеру
I
подкатывала
can't
или
risk
что?
straying when I got a duty to gone.
Ну, давай.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. Don't know if I feel cleaner, but I feel something. Blessed for sure. Let's just hope it lasts. Cause my lantern feels as heavy as ever. Full to brimming with essence. Like dark water spilling over my mind. I was born to reap souls and lead them to the light. Now with Aethys dead, and these dire visions, I think, but the more I gather, the more my mind turns. That ain't gonna happen. You'd ask me to turn my back on my god? Aethys is dead, and gone is the death before life. He's the ripeness before the fall. That lumbering hunk of Audra might claim to be Aethys, but that doesn't matter a whit. He died, so he can't be Aethys anymore. Death changes every soul, even a god's, and if it doesn't, it should. Aethys is, he's the ripe. Why do you think the god of rebirth held an aspect of death? There ain't no beginning without a prior. You can't grow crops if you never harvest for seeds. All right. Watcher, I was wondering if I could run something by you. More of a who than you might say a certain Aethasian who sometimes eschews the light, but's got a kind heart and a good head on his shoulders.
Да, по Эдеру.
I'd like to believe so. Thanks to your advice, we've had a couple heart-to-hearts.
Naturally.
May Aethys' light shine upon you.
Лесная эльфийка.
Shodi, I do hope you are not.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
О, проблема голода.
Good, helping Peatley with the infected.
Она в курсе, что я уже помог с
Anyone half
зараженными.
so capable's got my ear. But I won't make you an empty promise.
Но пока ничего обещать не может.
We tried. Shipped some shares for charity. God, it's nearly 2 years back. Had the means to do some real good. But the guards wouldn't have it. Said it all. Of course, we'd be glad to lend a hand. But how'll you see our shares reach the Ruparu this time? What makes you think it'll work now when it didn't then?
С королевой бы. Хорошо.
All right. You wind up in the good graces of.
Нафиг этих.
It is the
Подпольных.
light that has led you here. Oh yes, no more than anywhere else.
Gone's the only one that mattered.
The shining gods got many faces. Our gods.
Еще кошку одну бросили. Так, ладно.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Oh, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, of course, it's gone, but I'm so sorry.
Давайте латунную цитадель еще проверю, потому что я там так и не обыскал. Сразу сюда в священные ступени прибежал. Я люблю все так поэтапно, по возможности. Все же чекать.
Sails unfurled and sword held high. To battle for glory and rout.
Тренировка, что ли, смотрите, они.
Faithfully done, Emiani. Report to Wakoyo Nui when your hands and your temper have healed.
Это наказание, походу, какое-то.
That's the last time I ship out with some soft-handed runt. Come to gawk, too? My punishment's over, you know. I shouldn't take my anger out on you. It's not your fault I punched my captain.
Вырезала капитану.
Though maybe he shouldn't have insulted my aim. Like I don't know the difference between a smooth and rifled bore. I'm not reporting back to Wakoyo, that's for sure. I crewed on mercenary ships before this. Still a scramble-root at heart, I guess.
Опытный
But I'm
канонир.
plenty Don't take this the wrong way, but I only crew with Captain. I'm sure you're capable. But I don't... Let's talk again when you've...
Типа, когда я семя обрету, смогу ее нанять. Нет командира.
Clear skies, my friend. I know of you already, Captain. The boats of our decorated armada have orders which spread them thinly
Им
across
нужен
your ship.
корсар.
Unmoored from Deadfire
Готов
politics
цепиться на корабль
is
обеими
an asset
руками.
I would grasp with
Предлагает
both
союз.
hands. An arrangement can help us both. You will empty the seas of competition in exchange. An official reckoning is drafted to account for every cannonball for every ship sunk. There is a legal justification. A Scylla wave skipper is your first target. A pirate shirking any pretense of most excellent. A Scylla commands the ask away my pride. Our enemies, so let no one.
Короче, тоже заказ дал. Ого, там механика 12 нужна.
I ship out with some soft-handed runt.
Halt! What is your business at the Brass Citadel?
Стражник.
You're the Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queen's. Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room. Hazanui Karu is the ultimate authority in the Brass Citadel. But she must endure the sops at the when she returns, I'm sure she will grant.
Какая-то меня там ожидает.
I'm sorry, but this area is strictly off limits. Sorry, my orders come from the Hazanui herself. All it would take is one stray flame, one air. No, I'm sorry, but you private property of the Royal Deadfire Company.
А, это королевская торговая компания. Ну-ка, воровать бы. Тоже зака 14, офигеть.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Craftsmanship. If you ask myself, those are just things. They're prized because of what we... Rawatayan industry...
Так, чё, нихера себе, 45 250. Блин, когда уже у меня столько денег будет? Куда они такие цены тут вообще берут? Ладно, пора бы что-то нам напродавать. Что так дешево-то все продается? Ой. Ну ладно, так уж и быть, плащи тоже продам. Не, животных я не продаю. Друзей не продаю. Флаги тоже 0 стоят. Мне надо тут эти подсвеченные, конечно, продавать. Это стоит уж больше.
Don't worry. The vision's past.
Leave. No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. I have business inside.
You want to see our walls, our cannons, our powder house. You must think I'm an idiot.
Back. You got one thing right. The Royal Deadfire Company is a trading company, is it not? And you are on Kahanga soil.
The Brass Citadel and the Royal Deadfire Company operate under the auspices. We answer to him, not to you. And certainly not to some tribal queen of Nekataka. Oh, you're one of those. These Valians are always sending their spies to snoop around, and I won't have it.
And these Rawatayans think they own anything they stack 2 stones on top of. I am here to conduct business, not engage in petty power struggles.
What? She's up to no good, I know it. Fine. But if you're wrong, we're gonna...
Agresi, my friend.
At least that Valian isn't bothering me now.
Ну-ка, я за ней прослежу. Она вообще ушла.
I've got all sorts of goods and supplies because I'm from Rawatai. Or to be more the usual
Еще
way.
один Йода.
I guess it used to, but they were children. Some wax romantic about the I don't know. We've got funny thing is, the further you that's a better set. Take a look.
Cold as winter until suddenly she's not.
Meet her eye when you've got bad news. She respects that.
If this is about the Hazatoa tournament, I've got nothing to do with that, all right? I just serve the drinks.
Турнир
Some
какой-то.
of the soldiers and sailors, like I said, none of the regulars are looking for new opponents, though. They always pay on time. They're run by the Rongan. Also, I'm from a town near Takoa, but the Amawa have a long history at sea. Sorry, I'm really only supposed to sell.
I don't think she likes me. I spend most of my career.
Вы только тех, кто сотрудничает с королевской компанией.
I ship out with some soft-handed runt.
Why does your Ronga carve his name into a rock?
The Ronga Nui, and it's a commemoration to show what he built.
Oh. Then did your Reparo also write their names on other stones? For what do you squawk and gloat over a heap of stones? Akira...
The brass citadel is a marvel of modern engineering. With the gates barred, surely you can see what a fine stronghold this is. We transformed a rocky cove into the best defended harbor in Nekata.
This rocky cove was once a prized fishing. These Rawatayans act as if every bare islet is merely awaiting a fort or a farm.
To strive is to survive. Those who would achieve greatness must make the world a better...
Why change the world when you can learn to live in it the way it is? This is what my people have done for thousands of years. Must we sacrifice the needs of the few to the whims of the many, then? Akira, nothing invigorates like a good discussion. There is so little we understand of one another.
Our chanters say we once came from Deadfire. How can we be so different?
Green islands and blue skies.
The locals don't know how good they have it.
A clever... Impossible.
Can you believe your eyes? I've never seen such a fair, pristine land. I grew up surrounded by storms and stones.
It's the land. Fertile, green.
No, it's something else. I just can't put my finger on what.
And who are its people? The Huana of old? Or the pirates who live here? Deadfire belongs to those who can master and build upon it.
Perhaps that's it. This is a fine
There's so
land.
much we could build in Deadfire.
Mighty winds sent the north to the shores of Rawatai, till our fire ships bore us south to Deadfire once again. What hazard visited Hasango? What disaster darkened its halls? Brave trenches call for justice. Kahunga fold their hands.
I don't be supposing we kid her.
Посмотрим, что там, кто нас вызывал. Секунду. Погнали.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the watcher of Cadnua, aren't you? I've never met anyone famous before.
Прикольно.
Except the Hasanui. She yells at me sometimes. Oh, all the time. Where's my white leaf? Stop daydreaming. So, Bormy, if you lose the ledgers again, I'll have you clean the latrines. Oh this time, I didn't realize she knew my name. I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the royal maybe if you impress her or Atsura, they could make an exception. It's just, this is my first time. I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy. You must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places. I'd love Rawatai, but it's hard to go a week without. It's just, I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a.
Какое-то письмо капитану.
Good to see you again. I really maybe if you
А может, ее можно пригласить к себе на корабль, типа, и сказать, тебе тоже нужно повидать мир и все такое.
Except the Hazanui. I really maybe if you you must have traveled. I sure hope to. I'd love Rawatai, but it's hard to go a week without.
Нет, нельзя. Но я все же не буду ей это говорить, а то она такая как бы прикольная, но такая легкомысленная. Еще пойдет в приключения, ее там замочат.
I always accept the Hazanui. She. I really maybe if where's my all this it's you must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places. Now that sounds like I'd love Rawatai.
А, она в дворец отправилась, ее здесь нету. Кошку нашел с крюком.
They weren't that bad.
Watcher Nui, the Lord of Cadnua. I'm not one for ostentation, but your remarkable display at Queen's birth suggests that you are an individual with skills, not mere style. Few with abilities like yours would. I am Atsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. You are direct. I appreciate the demand for luminous Adra has sent the Valian trade. Their expeditions grow too bold and their officers too greedy. Worse, their rapid expansion attracts pirates and threatens the outlying Juana tribe, but you can curtail their growth. By snapping up land we need to grow food and build ships for our people, The Valians have sent an expedition to Pococahara. I hear you accomplished an incredible feat in... If your abilities allow you to find the luminous Adra at Pococahara, this should encourage them to develop the resources they have, rather than reaching for more. Because governors like Clario are a rare breed. Most of the Valian administrators, if the Valians claim Pococahara, it is the locals who will
Что он
truly
предлагает
suffer.
одно месторождение испортить как-то, чтобы им не было смысла его добывать. И, ну, тут вроде, по его словам, это не чисто, как я приму сторону как бы меньшего изола, а в том плане, что местным жителям будет от этого лучше.
For all their faults, they don't lack imagination. Deadfire is a tumultuous place. I do not have the precise location of Pococahara, but the tribe on the nearby island of Tikawara could probably... How do you mean that? Rawatai is composed of many types, but none of whom are especially diligent about paper. It's a trading post, of course. Anything worth building is worth protecting. It's a trading. Rawatai is rich in saltpeter. The Valians have been... We learned the value
Ну,
of
тут
the
он рассказывает
clear
про цитадель.
skies. It's a... I just did. How do you mean that? It comes from years of practice. How do you mean that? Are you making advances at me? It's for the best. This would be a most inconvenient... How do you mean that? Are you making advances at me? It's for the best.
Rhyming Hazanui with Kablooey?
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazanui.
Ого. А, нет. Мало.
Criticism is easier than creation.
Soft and sparkling.
Тюрьма тут у них.
You must gather your part. Before venturing forth.
Боже мой, путь ведет меня уже в следующей локации.
I ship out with some...
The Ranganui leads us, but he represents all of Raotai.
Then must he put his name on everything? Price share is simpler.
Вы понимаете, что улицы совершенно пустые. Китаки даже среди дня погружены в темноту. Шаги отдаются эхом. Чувствуете Как-то слишком тихо, Лот говорит. Кто-то кричит: помогите. На стенах вдруг пляшут уродливые тени, слышен цокот когтей, по камням и шипение увидите стаю скульдров. Они скалят зубы. Стоит девочка Луана, одетая в лохмотья, обеими руками сжимает сверкающий меч. Им она замахивается на скульдров, каждое движение клинка заставляет чудовище отступать. И все же она не сможет сдерживать их вечно, и на ее лице поступает отчаяние: помогите. Напасть на чудовище, пока девочка их отвлекает. Скрытность, привлечение внимания от существа. Где отсюда она? Привлечь внимание существа. Ну-ка. Бросайтесь на скульдер, разбивая одного из них с ног, пока он шипит и пытается подняться, остальные оборачиваются к вам, вытащив голодные глаза. А, вон девочка, главное, чтобы ее не убили. Блин, теперь надо успеть. Одного сразу снесли, мне ну ладно. Ладно, хилиться надо.
Somehow it always ends in blood. Just sit down.
Ничего, такая девочка, она херачит так. Куси в порядке.
What can I do you for?
Thanks, stranger. Don't think I could have made it without you. These Skulder had been picking folk off for weeks, picking on the weak.
Скульдеры неделями здесь охотились, забирая слабых детей, стариков, больных, всех, кто не способен защитить себя. Может и глупо, но я не могла просто позволить этому продолжаться. Рад, что смог помочь. Мы оба теперь, когда Детрой порублен на кусочки, в глотке станет спокойно. Тебе повезло, что ты еще жива. Я знаю, но разве это не касается всех, кто еще не умер? Как бы там ни было, он должен пролежать тебе, ты можешь еще много пользы принести с его помощью. Лучше сохрани этот меч, буду считать плодоспособным. Лучше сохрани этот меч. Если ты согласишься принять его, это будет много значить для меня, и потом для меня он все равно слишком велик. Возможно, не стоит потренироваться с кинжалами или чем-то подобным. Серьезно, тебе он нужнее, чем мне. Ну что же, не могу заставить тебя его взять. Я искренне ценю твою помощь. Мало кто на Китаке придет на помощь даже соседу, но теперь мне надо вернуться к маме. Думаю, мне не стоит пытаться пускать скульдера на мясо.
Thanks again.
What can I... All right.
Так. Ладно, давайте этот квартал исследуем.
My fingers be fat and furry, but if you find yourself in need of... I've been known to rip a seam. You thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle?
Взять его возвратник, да. Прошу
If
прощения.
it's armor you're after, Marihi will set you up. She's got a...
I don't be supposing we kid her. You read my mind.
I've been dreaming about a priest that died, then rose again. What do you think that means? I see him walking Aora. Nothing but bones, lit by the flames of his soul.
Заклинатели воды, прикольно.
Kehu, you have shirked your
Кех, это был
duties for
последний
the
раз, когда
last
ты
time, I
вернул своих
say.
обязанностей, я говорю. Глава гильдии.
Guildmaster, be reasonable. I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool. Akira, it's always both where this...
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
Akira, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
Ugh, insufferable. Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection? Kira, I bring art to the guild. What I am is to blame, I say. A fine guess, but no. It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana.
Но он этот богоподобный, это раса просто одна.
Savior to the tribes. The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse? What say?
О, свободная каюта.
A watcher? And here I... What does a watcher do? Ikera, I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment. Will we do much fighting, then? You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus, and louder whispers of a corpse who... What will you do when you catch up to this walking god? I would command the ocean herself to drag him to the bottom of a lightless trench. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as... Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be...
Do the rest of us have a say in the matter?
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between... A fair warning, Captain. Ingati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion. Good guess. Only for as long as... Well, I say you will learn. In time.
Так. Певчий у меня уже есть, а вот друид... Это круто, друида нет. Завербовал.
Did you need something? I can feel the connection to Andra just like Myru taught me. But there's something missing. That's okay.
A clever gambit.
You have questions for me. Speak up, I say. Is that name supposed to mean something to... If what you're saying is remotely true, it would be a violation.
А, заклинатели воды, да, в крипте помогали
точно. Better to keep such matters discreet. Oh, how very enlightened of you. But the crown holds us to a higher standard, and so do Ikira, my pleasure. Periki was the first in recent memory. What else would you like to know? Our art is the yield of our ancestors, pledged to protect the luminous art. We control tides. Lately we haven't experienced an art. We represent the best of Ikira.
Ответ Дараку. Я даже просто уже, у меня все смешалось. Кто это 4 формы? Что там в руинах гильдии-то?
This is why you don't neglect your chores.
Только не говорите, что опять Мочилова. Что-то мне подсказывает, что будет Мочилова. Давайте я попозже сюда вернусь. Хочу просто основную часть города исследовать, и уже отдельное видео будет про то, как я буду в руинах разбираться со всякими.
The strangest feeling.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain. What you want? Arkamir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on
После кто-то его не выпускает, после того, как он испачкал говном ту дурацкую табличку. Хочешь пойти ко мне на службу? Будешь плавать на корабле, есть чаек, непокорный ждет тебя. Кажется, он хотел тебя оскорбить. Хочешь пойти ко мне на службу? А часто ты бьешь своих матросов? Я их пальцем не трогаю, пока не трогал. Пока не трогал. Бьешь совсем? Я поступаю к тебе на службу, я поступаю к тебе на службу.
You had no right to interfere in Rauatai's business.
Huana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy...
If you've come to see Arkamir, you're too late. He left the estate.
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkamir.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet. The Harapo ep. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. Akira, few outsiders can appreciate...
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it. A spellcaster, and he and his apprentice run the dark cupboard.
I believe that he had dealings with black...
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers.
Arkamir could be drinking Kuiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crag.
What a load of... You mean you island rats can barely write your own names?
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I suppose I can spare a moment. I heard tell of Ephron, a thief.
Да,
Word has
мощный
it that
какой-то,
Ephron
короче, какое-то
made his
сказание
vow, his
достать.
soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine. I help finance expeditions around the Isles. Not very romantic from behind a desk, but it's a hands. I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rauatai. I suppose it's no secret that we're looking for stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to find. Arkamir is a magical savant and he relies on imps. And when you've lived as long as Arkamir, I suppose, fine by me. I'm looking forward to the day when the Harapo epic is someone else. When it comes to finding the
Они
lost
там
diamond, we can't
в этих
afford.
сказаниях
The
какой-то путь
Ranganui
может быть
seeks to
указан.
saddle the weather and harness all of her pretenses of cultural pride. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it. As you say. All this trouble over a
My fingers be fat and furry, but...
Слушай, замка 10.
You look thirsty. A drink, sir? Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain, spirits and the like? Between us, folks tend to link...
Таверна, что ли? Короче, к волшебнику пока нельзя в дом зайти. Там, может быть, когда я вкачаю еще взлом, тогда смогу же.
Arkamir's auspicious apples lets you see 3 seconds into the future.
Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that. Madiko!
What for, Cat? Done ain't done.
That flaccid batso. Imp, you had none of that, huh? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina. My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkamir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkamir's grimoire.
Она что-то там подстроила. Помоги мне пробраться в поместье, я принесу тебе
I
перчатки.
cannot tell if you're bring me the gloves and I'll give you the key to the front door. And we never had this discussion. Deal? I do not know where Bertenno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Brass Citadel docks. He mentioned that he owes money to a Rauataian captain named Imp. You mentioned Ephron tried to sneak in. Now he's stuck in a box, telling for the imps that guard the manor. Arkamir plays with shape-shifting illusions. Do with that what you will. You already pledged to help Bozzo. Your plan is so poorly concocted that you had to tell me about it. I am beyond finished discussing Bertenno's story. He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of... You do not know Arkemir, do you? Whatever he loses from... Not that it's any of your business. I got into the construct's guts and marked...
Ну да, так и знал, что она в конструкт влезла.
Suddenly my whole... I am the apprentice. What few spells I know. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. I think it's because he knows I hate... He makes me call him by the title. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since. To me, he's the brink.
Fortune for a pun, good sir? Salutations.
Предсказание.
Do you wish to hear your
И
fortune?
Френ.
What? Am I famous out there? I tell you what. 500 pyres, and you get the exclusive story. I bet he was laughing the whole time. That manor is a fortress.
Вот и блеф пригодился.
Norland partner and I got to thinking that Arkemir wouldn't miss a few coins here, a few gems. There's a span of natural rock between Arkemir's place and the luminous bathhouse. After some careful hammering, we found ourselves in Arkemir's manor without a guard in sight. Hey, you're smarter than you look. We might have been able to... We snuck through the house until we found the vault. No keyhole. While he was working on the lock, alarms went off. I don't remember dying, really. I just woke... Arkemir told me that he died, but that he was put to good use. Forgive me if I don't speculate on the meaning of... Sucker for a good story. That manor is a fortress. There's a span of... After some careful hammering, we snuck through the house until we found the vault. No keyhole. While he was working, alarms went off. I see an island. Its shores are pitted, wreathed in fire.
Суждено отправиться на остров, там кто-то ждет, какой-то мужчина, старый друг. Еще одно предсказание. Я вижу женщину с черными волосами, нет рыжими, очень темно-рыжими, а может все-таки черными. Она просит тебя вернуть ей обручальное кольцо. Ее обручальное кольцо, берегись оплаты своего труда. В ее кошельке прячется скорпион, не знаю почему. Тебе не слишком тут все дается. Хочу назад свои деньги.
Real quiet.
I don't be so easy breezy. Sleep.
Хранить они все видят.
Let's take a look. Ahoy. Ahoy. Aye, aye.
That looks...
Предостережение вором.
Read my mind.
Для этого вкачать скрытность очень сильно и механику. Но очень сильно.
Don't worry about you, Adair. There'd be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming a pet.
Hey.
Why, hello. Cootsteely at your service. I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe it's nothing personal. Give it time.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Money is the obvious answer. But yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Periki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation.
I don't be supposed to swapped in spot.
I say, you look like someone who wants protection. Holler if any of the iron or steel laying around catches your fancy. Or if you need something repaired. I'm curious metalwork, I say. How did you ever manage to break this wonder?
Нажимаю крепость.
Forget I asked. This is no small challenge. 1500 pyres is
шепот
the price.
Евода. Ну давай.
Ikera,
Я не знаю даже,
we'll
что
get
это.
started at once. Have a seat. This will take time.
Не
My
знаю, что
friend,
это,
your
но пусть.
handsome blade is restored.
Чудесный клинок.
A good thing it was made. Such a shame to see it go, but go it must.
Шепот Енуда. А, клинок. Это тот, который мне подарил, что ли? А, нет, хранителю он принадлежал.
If you're ever in need of spare coin, I'd be happy to take that off your hands. Ikera, they wouldn't. My clients wanted everything engraved. I keep it interesting.
Оружие до хрена.
You read my ticket.
Aye. One of my eyes be my fingers be fat and furry, but I don't be supposing we can easy breezy.
Счет за доспехи.
Sleep. My fingers be fat and furry, but yar, done ain't done.
If you need iron or steel.
Мне, наверное, как-то вкачать вора все-таки, что-то сделать. Потому что я очень много теряю денег на том, что меня воруют все эти супер лавки. И, может быть, перекачать кого-то в скрытность там в максимальную, не знаю.
The cost of enjoying the bathhouse's unique offering is 1,000 copper per session. A prudent question. The bathwaters are infused with hand-refined luminous Adra. Because of luminous Adra's remarkable qualities, Ganor may tell you more if you're curious. He is something of an amateur alchemist. In addition to being a businessman of remarkable would that it were so. Ganor would make good money, and perhaps I like. We see eye to eye on many things. A small discount for you, friend, for making me laugh.
900 монет.
Arms and armor are not allowed in the baths. Should you wish?
Окей. Оружие, доспехи.
Oh, good. It's time for my weekly cleansing.
Сам не знаю, нафига я это все потратил. Макс очков усиления, плюс 1 класс.
Is this your first time to the baths? A bed, perhaps. I might have the skin and bones of a retired scarecrow, but the waters bring youth back, where it counts. If only we had a bit of privacy. Couldn't stay away, could you?
Have you tried the bathing pool? Have you tried the bathing pool? Kira, its waters allow you to absorb the powers of the dead.
Опять еще один бога
Welcome, I am Ganor, owner and my guards will not hesitate to expel any rowdy or your exchange with Amrio was observed. Such behavior is my responsibility. I've tripled his rates until he learns to conduct. Of course you would.
На продажу.
You're too morbid, my friend.
The Adra Ganor uses has been blessed by the gods, and it is their blessing that empowers you.
Please, enjoy the bath.
Я мог отказаться, кстати, от этой хрени. Ну ладно, пускай. 900 монет.
What are you... Get out!
At once.
Nago, you have truly put your foot in it this time.
I have the strangest feeling.
Nago, you have truly put your...
Ну, я здесь все изучил, осталось, конечно, этот погреб в гильдии заклинательной воды. В общем, всем спасибо, пишите в комментах, если что есть написать, ставьте лайки, если не подписаны, жмите колокольчик. Все, всем спасибо за внимание.